I play Madden all the time. I definitely know the song. I just wasn't gonna sing it on here because stuff got copyrights and stuff.
Hold
I was finally able to reorganize the YouTube, and I feel so much better about it.
Squad blood.
Excuse was going crazy.
He was vibing on there. I ain't gonna
I ain't gonna lie though. It don't beat that performance when he had at the whatchamacallit though. That performance where he had performed in California.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That joint in California was different.
He had everybody out there.
I'm telling you, that boy had Bloods, Crips, Mama's daddies, hustlers, shiners,
kids. Had everybody on stage.
bro, you got the aunties and the uncles up there where you good, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's gonna provide, gonna connect the youth. I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't gonna even sing a song. I might get sued.
Yeah, don't get too much. Nah.
I love that song though, bro.
But that boy Tosa. Sometimes you gotta pop out it. Yeah, that boy.
Nah, he did say if it though. He hopped out there. He said if.
But I ain't gonna lie. The way he was able to do that performance was low key fire because it's rare. Not even that. It's just rare that certain people can what's the word? It's rare that certain people can clean their music up and have it still flow together.
Oh yeah. Well, be honest with you, he always been big.
Man,
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, he juiced everything out of that though. So right, deservedly so.
I'm telling you, bro, the way he was able to do that, bro, it's amazing. We're gonna redo the order a little bit because I know Els wanted to be here for the Super Bowl talk. So we're gonna probably go backwards on the list.
Like from bottom.
Mm-hmm. I know Els wanted to be here for the Super Bowl talk. All right, man. Wait about another minute.
Well, since we waiting on that, we ain't going over the halftime show in the Super Bowl talk, is it?
No.
All right, let's talk about that car then. Did you see how many people jumped out the car? Did you see how many people jumped out the car, man? Hey, whatever kind of car that is, I might need it because I plan on having a lot of kids, man.
They had folks coming out the woodworks.
Bro, I don't know who I heard say it, but somebody said James was the biggest winner. I agree with it. Somebody said James was the biggest winner.
Oh yeah, bro. James gonna get hired by Fox when he retires.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell, if they give him a big enough contract now, James might retire tomorrow.
They didn't even want. Well, he might.
He can get that
He might not get picked up, so he might do get a contract. Who gonna pick him up?
He'll get picked up. Somebody will pick him up to be a backup.
Yeah, for sure. I think just off like how good of a teammate he is, people will keep him around.
He's definitely a morale booster. But nah, bro. If they come offer me that Brady contract at Fox, I'm gone.
Well, he's very entertaining.
My lights knocked out, or I can be in the booth.
He's very entertaining.
Didn't Brady sign like $1 billion Fox contract or something?
I don't know. I don't want to lie to you.
Right.
What's up, Hunter? Hey man, let's get into it. Let me finish my Pop-Tart, man. I'm over there hating.
I gotta say though, I do love the way my boy Jalen Hurts getting off all his little interviews, Super Bowl quotes, and all that. I like that. Keep getting that.
Very professional.
He waited to the right time. Get all of them off now. You don't want to leave no stone on there.
Yep.
All right. Since we're waiting on that, did y'all check out the flag football game?
So I saw Juicy throw a dime.
He wasn't even supposed to do that, man. You remind me of Juicy.
I saw Juicy throw a dime, man. That boy stepped back.
Hey, right over the shoulder too. That's
put in the bucket.
I'd expect that out of Juicy. Man, I'm talking about the last play. The last play was epic.
What happened? I didn't watch the game.
All right, so they drew up a play like I think it was like 4 seconds, 10 seconds left. Running clock.
Mulatto the whole time.
I was watching that too. They drew up a play, for him to pitch the ball back to Speed.
Yeah.
So Quavo, instead of him pitching the ball back, he done faked the whole team. Man, Quavo scored the last touchdown to win the game, man. They went crazy out there, man. I show Speed. That boy really got speed for real.
Oh, yeah, man.
Nah, he's one of the most athletic people out there. Him and Duke, of course.
Let's hop into it, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of The Lounge. I'm your host, the Lounge Father himself, Mr. J. We going 1 belt tonight. We ain't going 2 belt tonight. Had to bring Big Goldie out for him. And man, welcome back, baby. Joining me as always, the 11-time kickball champ himself, Mr. Lucius Left Foot.
Yes, sir. We might be going for 12, so keep it on low.
Okay. And joining us once again, my pimping player partner himself, Polo. We gotta teach you how to put the nickname under yourself. But my pimping player partner himself, Mr.
That's just part of his mystique, man.
You don't want to tell him too much. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show
him. And man, let's get into it. We are gonna go a little backwards because I do want Ills to be here to talk about the Super Bowl with us. But let's before we get into
that's his twin, ain't it?
That is his twin. Before we get into too much, man, prayers up to Zay, one of our guys who comes on here a lot. Zay and his family. They're experiencing a loss right now, so we just want to keep him in our prayers and hope everything is better for you, Zay. Shout out to you, my dog.
Shout out, Zay. Can we shout out the new soundboard too?
Yes, but who?
Can we shout out the new soundboard?
Yes, oh yeah, for sure. Shout out the new soundboard. Thank you. Yeah.
There we go.
Man, hopping right into it, man. We got some news, man. Luka's first game as a Laker. How we feeling, guys? I know he was on a minutes restriction anyway, but Luka first game as a Laker. How do y'all feel about that, man? Seeing him and Bron come down and do their thing together.
I'm feeling optimistic, to be honest with you. If I had to sum it up in one word, I'd say optimistic. I'm liking what he's hitting. And they know what near full strength. It was crazy.
Yeah, the Lakers getting hot right now, man. They 9-1 in their last 10. Paulo, what you thinking, man? Lakers first game with Luka, man. It looked too easy out there for them boys, man. Everybody looking rejuvenated, man. Luka only had 14 points, but Luka also only played 24 minutes. But what you think about that, Polo?
Oh, man. Do you believe in magic? That's the Lakers are. They back, baby. We don't need no big man. What big man? Man, with them two people, man. With them two people, if LeBron stay healthy and Luka get right with the minutes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see an easy 50 points between those two, and that's very scary in the playoffs, man. Very scary in the playoffs. I like what Luka did. Did you see the dime? Did you see the dime?
I did.
Just imagine you passing it to somebody you looked up to. And as you pass the ball, you watch them finish. Oh, man. Luka magic, man.
It's looking like Austin Reeves is going to be the third best player in that.
They kind of been grooming for that anyway, though.
I feel like they have. Rui trying to beat them. I'm finna get traded allegations. But man, the biggest news: Lakers rescinding the trade between them and them and the Hornets for the Dalton Kmet and Mark Williams trade.
Bro, on the bench. Oh my god!
What happened?
I know they had to be awkward. Like, did you see his face on the bench? Like,
oh yeah, man. Because I'm pretty sure that he didn't know he was getting traded. We're just being honest. He didn't know he was getting traded.
It was on Twitter talking about he got in too late, so they sent him back. I was like, dog.
That is not what happened. But man, shout out Jeff Teague and his guys. Teague said you don't give up a young big man like that unless something's wrong. And then the report comes out that he failed a physical and had some kind of lingering injury. Man, that is dirtball stuff from the Hornets, man.
It's like they trying to finesse.
Yeah, you want to play this card? So I'm play this card. Like,
man, that is crazy because Kmet is like really good. He's gonna be a solid player. I understand you getting rid of him for Luka, but man, let these people know. You know what I'm saying? Like
now you got people just hanging in the balance. Like,
exactly. And now Dalton Kmet, who was your first round pick and actually having a pretty solid season, Now, how is he feeling going forward? Can he trust y'all to be around y'all?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, well, if you're Dalton Kmet, what's the first thing going through your mind?
Hooping, trying to get
out. As Dalton Kmet, if I was Dalton Kmet, the first thing going through my mind, hey man, just keep balling, bro. Just keep balling. At the end of the day, you're not in control of the business, and based off what the team needs, they know they needed a big man. But all he got to do is keep balling, man. He don't have nothing to worry about. Keep balling.
Yeah. When you're a professional athlete, that's about the best thing you can do. That they help everything. Like you in the NBA play better. Like NFL play better.
Yeah.
But man, he
ignore
ain't
the
even
outsiders. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, but he ain't even had a chance to fall down. Like that's just crazy. He didn't even have a chance to fall down. It's all right though.
Yeah. No, he gonna shake right.
For sure. Now, what y'all think about the Mark Williams side of things? Word on the street is Mark Williams is requesting a release.
Well, I feel like if it's already gotten to this point, it only show you how far it can really go. Cause like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Hornets willing to play a dirty game right now. I'm just saying. I feel like
same thing I was speaking on last show when it came down to Luka. It must be a reason to why he was traded. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when something happened in-house, like he had a lingering injury, they tried to send him over there, get some good players, which Charlotte, I don't blame him. I do not blame him for trying to do that. But now that he don't even want to play with Charlotte no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to trust in Charlotte. Now you got to think about this. They probably can get him on a buyout. So the Lakers might finesse the whole thing.
Yeah, but I wonder will the league try and block that because now it's feeling like Mark Williams is trying to force his way to the Lakers. You know what I mean? You know, the league kind of frown upon stuff like that. But now it feels like, and that's why I'm like, man, just trading these guys without letting them know. That's why I feel like this is one of the most low down things because, you know what I'm saying? Now I feel like it's one of the low down things because it's like, I know this is business, but at the end of the day, man, you can't just spring it up. Hey, you gone. Oh wait, no, never mind. You're back now, so we want you to suit up and play. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, you're back now. It's crazy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Turn that play back around real quick.
Mark Williams should be a little bit more upsetting than Dalton Kmet because with Dalton Kmet is still a rookie. I'm not sure what exact year Mark Williams is in, but I know for a fact Dalton Kmet is a rookie. So with a rookie, you know, Dalton Kmet, you can still get somewhere else, and Charlotte has no what you call it. Charlotte has nothing going for him for real. You can get over there and ball and do whatever you want to do. But with Mark Williams, now you're in a situation where Mark, you're in year 3. You're finally
23.
Huh?
He's 23.
I said he's in year 3. Like this is third year in the league. So I think next year is contract time for him. So with him balling like this, now you're messing with his money because now teams are seeing that he's hurting right now, and it's you know what I'm saying. Like it's just so much stuff, bro. It's just so much stuff that it's just opened up.
I know there's going to be some questions that get answered soon. I know that.
Most definitely.
So if you're the Lakers, we see they just cut Christian Wood today and picked up Alex Lynn.
I was surprised about that.
I wasn't because Christian
like the hands kind of got tired.
Yeah, the best ability is availability, and we all know that Christian Woods was hardly there. We've been honest.
Been all year.
Yeah, he hadn't been here all year, so it didn't surprise me at all that Christian Wood got cut.
Yep.
Now picking up Alex Lynn, however, did shock me.
Yeah. I kind of feel like that was like that was there, like so we're just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Christian, when it comes down to Christian, I feel as if they probably got rid of him too fast. Even though he wasn't there, he could have been injured, yeah. But we know if he was there, what he possibly could give. So I look at his pluses and minuses. As far as scoring wise, he can shoot threes. He can put the ball on the court. He can shoot from almost anywhere inside the key. But his main thing is his defense. And right now, what the Lakers need is defense. A defensive person that can grab boards, be a presence with block shots in the paint. Christian didn't give you that. Alex, I'm looking at like when you evaluate his game, Alex can give you that. But also, I don't feel as if Alex is very dominant due to the fact he haven't been able to even show what he's worth. Good. Hopefully, if he's healthy and they picked him up, maybe, you know what I'm saying? The Lakers know what they're doing. We got to see. We got to see how it's gonna pan out.
Thing about the Lakers, they're a fairly good rebounding team. Well, yeah, they're not a very great rebounding team anyway, but they get a lot of rebounds from positions that aren't bigs. So I don't think they're gonna want to clog the paint. I think you're right. I think they were gonna look for somebody to space the floor a little bit more, and hopefully Alex Lynn can add that for them. But they also do have Maxi Kleber on this roster as well, who's not an elite shooter, but he can definitely space the floor a little bit. Maxi Kleber was a part of that deal. So hopefully whenever he gets back, they're able to make something happen with this. I just don't think this is the year for the Lakers. I think they're shooting for next year. If they overachieve this year is great, but I think next year is the year for the Lakers, honestly.
Well, when it comes down to LeBron James, I'm like a Cowboys fan. This the year. This the year.
I get what you're saying. Like, if they win it this year, great. But I think next year's the year where we, what I'm saying, JJ will be there. His system is in play. We really finna buckle down and make it happen. So, next on the
they were already a pretty good team at controlling the pace, too.
Then Bronny. We got Bronny.
Right.
And we got Luka.
There you go. I like Bronny, though. But, yeah, let's be real, dog.
He might win G League MVP this year.
He's not, because J.D. Davidson is averaging dang near triple-double.
The runner-up ain't bad.
Yeah, I give you that. Run-up not bad, but no, he's not. Man, All-Star Weekend. We talk about this every year, but something should be added. I would love it if they would add the I would love it if they would add the a 1v1 contest, but then Bones Highland will probably look like the best player in the league right now. Because the WNBA actually added a 1-on-1 contest to their All-Star Weekend.
Well, they don't have no dunk contest.
They're having different people shine. That's how I go.
They don't even have no dunk contest. So what you expect? Now, I'll be happy to see them have a dunk contest if you want to compare that. But the All-Star is dying, man. When it comes down to basketball, All-Star is dying, man.
I think this year's gonna spice it up a little bit.
I hope so.
Not when you got the dunk contest before the 3-point shootout. Like 3-point.
No, the dunk contest comes last.
Yeah, you ain't been paying attention.
Is it not coming last?
You ain't been paying attention. I don't think you been paying attention. It wasn't last year or the year before.
It was last year.
It wasn't. When the 3-point contest becomes more interesting than a dunk contest, your All-Star is dying, man.
It's been a 3-point contest for a minute, though.
But bro, Mac McClung always have it pretty interesting.
I like what he's doing. He reminds me of like Zach LaVine. I hate that they robbed him that many years. I think that's when their ratings really went down.
Nah, they robbed Aaron Gordon. LaVine won. They robbed Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Gordon.
I'm gonna go in and give y'all some of the participants. So for it's gonna start at the Rising Stars game. The Rising Star is Team Tim Hardaway versus Team Mitch Richmond versus Team Chris Mullin versus Team G League, which would be coached by Jeremy Lin. I'm excited for Team G League, man. Team G League got some dogs on there, man. They got JD Davidson, Mac McClung, Reed Shepard on there. They got some dogs on that squad, man. Team Chris Mullin is led by Dalton Kmet, Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, and Keontae George, Zach Edey, TJD, and Ryan Dunn. Team Mitch Richmond is Amin Thompson, Asur Thompson, Billy Colabelli, Julian Schroeder. I'm bad with his name. Kamara from the Blazers, Yves Messi from the Pelicans, and Bob Carrington from the Wizards. And Team Tim Hardaway is Brandon Pozinski, Hami Grady Dick, Anthony Black, Zachary Richardson, Alexander Sarr, and Tristan Da Silva. Theoretically, I feel like Team Tim Hardaway is gonna be the best, but I also would love to see JD Davison and those G League guys take it.
I think G League got more to say.
Definitely.
I think G League got more to say, and due to the fact of them playing, mostly getting more minutes, with a lot of those people that's playing, that's not from the G League, they don't have as many minutes as the people in the G League. But talent might show you something. I feel as if the G League might win.
I do. I mean, I do too. I would love to see the G League win, especially because I feel like a team of JD Davison bringing that thing down with Don't Commit shooter. Jalen Wells a solid player. Keontae George a solid big. Him and Zach Edey on the PNR are gonna eat. Like, bro, this team is really this team is exciting me.
It's that. I think this gonna be the year that more folks gonna go for them as far as talent wise. I think they'll pull it off.
1,000%. I feel like you're right with that, bro. Rico, how you feeling about the Rising Stars tournament?
Sure, y'all done took all the words out of my mouth. I'm telling you, bro, the G League is really looking exciting. Like they want to open up, and people think it ain't talent coming out the G League, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now the D League might have been a different story, but the G League actually got some hoopers. The G got a lot of hoopers.
Okay, we ain't having that debate.
Just being real, the G got some hoopers. Skills challenge will be Team Cavaliers, which will be Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, versus Team Rookies, Zachary Richardson and Alexander Scar. Team Spurs being Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul, and Team Warriors, Draymond and Moses Moody. Thank you to the NBA for finally putting some people on TV that I wouldn't mind seeing.
What?
Like this actually interests me a lot. I would really like to see this. I don't want to see Team Antetokounmpo win again.
Yeah.
Who you guys got here? I really want to say Team Spurs gonna take it. I feel like it's gonna be hard to beat Team Spurs, man.
That's the one they call mine. I don't know if you remember, but I was high on them last year's skills challenge with Wemby.
This is gonna be interesting. But my sleeper team, bro, I hate y'all probably gonna look at me crazy, but Team Warriors with Draymond, that's my sleeper team, dog.
Hey, I was looking at them too. They're looking kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Why didn't they send though? They sent Draymond and Moses Moody. Why didn't they send Draymond and freaking Kuminga or something like that?
Oh. That's the better passing core. No, they saying.
All right, the 3-point contest. This is gonna be a really good one. You got, and this one is interesting to me a lot. So you're gonna have Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, and Norman Powell. That is gonna be extremely interesting.
Could you repeat that for me?
It is going to be Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, and Norman Powell. I got Tyler Hero bringing it home for them Heat boys, man.
I know you're gonna say that.
Quite sure he would. Who you got, Rico?
Well, I'm not okay. I got a question. I'm not hating on Jalen Brunson, but I just want to.
I promise you, I was gonna say that. I promise you, I was gonna say that, dog. I don't know how Jalen Brunson ended up in the 3-point contest.
But it's hard to count against Dame, though. He loves moments like this.
I guess David said he don't want to participate no more.
Probably not. Dame had to compete though. Dame won last year.
I got Dame.
My pick might be Tyler Hero, but my sleeper is 1,000% gonna be Buddy Hield again. Buddy Hield just crazy great shooter, man.
He is, but his form is fairly slow.
It is, but he's won it before, so we're gonna see if he can come back with it, man. So dunk contest for this year. Yeah. I hope he can get hot. Mattis Buzelis, Andre Jackson Jr., Mac McClung, and Stephon Castle. we all know Mac McClung probably gonna win, but I would love to see. I want to see what Modest Buzella is gonna do. I didn't think him as being a crazy dunker, so I want to see what Buzella is gonna be able to bring to the court, man.
Everybody you name besides Matt McClung, I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know who Buzella is?
What?
Nah, I don't, man. I hate. You know what I hate about it when it come down really to the dunk contest. You don't have
Buzella's
no.
a rookie though.
You don't have no players that want to participate anymore. You know.
I mean,
you don't have people that want to show that, hey, I'm him. I'm the best dunker. You know what I'm saying? No matter all across the board, like look at Kobe. Kobe won it. Jordan won it. You don't have no big names no more. That's the reason why really people are not watching it anymore. The ratings are fairly low.
But the thing is, excuse me, they run into some struggle with that because of how big dunking has become. Like you can get perfect example. Polo, we can get on social media right now and see a guy doing a dunk that we've never seen before. But that's because he practices that dunk. We have professional dunkers now. That's exactly what the problem is. And you kind of lose that creativity though, man. Like I know we got some guys who would love to see, but in-game dunking is one thing. I learned that though. In-game dunking is different from having the creativity to do something for the dunk contest.
Yeah, understandable. But if that's the case and the league is where they at, I feel as if smartest thing to do is add those guys.
But then I think that kind of waters down the product because I feel like this group of guys can all slam it down. Only one I didn't know too tough about was what Buzella's was gonna do. But I've seen, you know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see what happens, bro.
Oh yeah. We'll see.
It won't water it down because then you have people paying attention to people that they never heard of.
It waters it down because how do I put this? Just like if you drop a NBA player into like the Drew League and stuff, and how they just be going crazy in the Drew League and all that. If you drop a professional dunker in here with NBA dunkers, the professional dunkers is gonna win like 8 times out of 10, probably 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, convincing.
Like it's probably 10 out of 10, bro. Like perfect example, Jordan Killigan is the only person I've seen do a double between the legs 360 in a dunk contest.
You know what I like to see? I like to see him, Zion, Ja Morant, McCullough, the one that's been winning. And if you get something like that, watch how your ratings go through the roof. That's all. But it won't be watered down then.
But Ja has always said, I know Ja has always said he's not creative enough to be a dunk contest dunker though.
It's not about just the creativity. Him alone being in there have your ratings going up. The things that he do in game compared to his creativity, he can get with one of those people that's a professional dunker, and we can work on something.
Now man, you know how hard it is to work. You can't give it a week and then say, hey, let's go dunking.
Well, a lot of people do that. To be perfectly honest with you, that's why you get a lot of missed dunks. But at the same time, besides the creativity, those names alone going to have more people watching it.
Yeah, just see what they're gonna do. I get you on that part. Trust.
Because let's be honest with you. Until people start doing backflips in the air, and I don't know what's gonna be next based off evolution. Everything that's been done has already been done. You still can fly from the free throw line right now and get a perfect score, no matter if it's a basic 2-hand dunk. Let's be honest.
Man, I don't know. But we already know about the All-Star teams, but I can go over them again for you all. The global stars is Team Giannis, Shea, Jokic. Even though some of these guys aren't gonna be playing because they were substituted, I'm just gonna go off the OG rosters. Team Giannis is Giannis, Shea, Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Sengun, Pascal, Cat, Wemby, and Trae Young. Versus Team Young Stars, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Ant Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, and J-Dub. Versus the OGs, which is Shaq's team, is Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, even though he's getting substituted. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. And also, they will have a Rising Stars team in that game as well.
I got Team OGs. For sure. For sure.
I feel like Team OG is not going to care enough. I got Team
They going to care enough.
I got Team Young Stars.
I feel like they ain't gonna care until the young start talking, and then they be like, "Hold on, what?" And then they go,
crazy, man. I
got the old heads, bro.
Yeah, you still gotta respect them. Harden's still Harden, no matter what you say. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I feel like Brody got robbed. I feel like Brody should deserve to be in it.
This year?
I
don't know about that one. Real quick, the Candace Parker's Rising Stars team is gonna come from the winner of that Rising Stars tournament. So now I definitely hope Team G League win the Rising Stars tournament. Yeah. I really want Team G League to win now. Because if Team G League win, then it's gonna look, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna look completely. It's gonna be a different dynamic if Team G League win. Because
go ahead.
Team G League is playing against Team OGs in the All-Star game. Well, whoever win the Rising Stars, they play against Team OGs. Hey, I'm just saying that then I'm gonna be real. Polo, then you might get the OGs to actually try. Because now the OGs ain't trying to lose to these boys in the G now. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the way the scheme is now, I congratulate NBA, the commissioner, whatever, for doing it the way that they're doing it now. G League, I feel like they will win the Rising Stars, but when it come down to the OGs, them still the OGs. Them still the big homies, man. You gotta check in, man.
I feel like they gonna make the big homies want to play though.
Yeah, because after they watch what they do in the Rising Stars challenge, because when they get in the Rising Stars, you know, like K-Dot say, you're gonna have to pop out and show them. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the time. That's gonna be the time where you really can show your talent and show you really just belong in the league. Because let's be honest, playing in the G League right now, you like 5 minutes away from a 9 to 5. Like, let's be all the way there. If you don't show you got something right now, like, bro, go somewhere where they hiring at. You still can get a job.
Yeah, they will get you up out of there.
Quick.
They will.
What you listen to, man? You got to keep that in mind.
Some with the baby. Take over for a second.
Who you think will be the MVP in the Rising Stars? Rico.
But that's a tough one, cause like, wait, you know what? Let me get. I'm gonna have to look at the teams again because I'm getting. I think I'm second guessing myself. You got the right start, right?
I got Ely. I got Ely. Ely's a dog, man. Ely's a dog. That's who I think will win it all, man, to be perfectly honest with you. Just the way they doing it now, man. Like I say, you got to be more interesting when it come down to people watching All-Star due to the fact everybody been saying the All-Star for the last 3-4 years been whack, bro. Been whack. Then the way they putting all these extra players, now they're giving more people a platform to show that they talent, show that they belong, show that they can make it. I feel like the second year people will be exposed by the G League players because you play with a certain chip on your shoulder. When people send you down to the G League, when you feel as if you're better than other people, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna play with an extra chip on their shoulder. And I say Ely. Who you got, Jay?
Sorry, y'all. I think JD Davidson is gonna make this his coming out party.
I think he is.
I mean, yeah, we know who he is, but man, bro, I'm gonna be real. The Celtics Hawks, and I'm sorry about having to step away for a second. The Celtics Hawks so much talent, bro. Like this, the Celtics literally traded Jaden Springer and still have another high caliber guard on his roster that's in the G League, just getting a buck right now. So yeah, that's I think Team G League wins, and I think it's gonna be JD Davison, because I think he's just really gonna come out there and just ball, bro. Like, just honestly, it's not many, and I think he's got a great team put around him. And yeah, this is gonna be something serious. I'm excited. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been this excited about All-Star Weekend in a while, but I finally feel like all the events are gonna actually mean something.
Why would you say that? You haven't been this excited in a while. What's the difference? The reason why would you say that?
I think change is always good, especially when we're so used to something being one way for so long. And the play to the target score was cool and all that stuff, but it got stale real quick because guys stopped trying in the All-Star game. So now it seems like the NBA lined this stuff up like this for a reason, because now it feel like All-Star means something, bro.
Hey, if you there, it should mean something, because people ain't paying you or selecting you for nothing. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm quite sure a lot of people, as far as the viewers wise, you know what I'm saying, these people that's getting put in there, they want to see those people in there. They want to see them do something. So exactly. Yeah.
Now the only thing I don't agree with is I feel like the fans' vote should matter a little bit more. Strictly because I know why they took it down some, because of that 1 year that freaking
bro. It was tomorrow play for the Warriors.
Yeah, Zaza Pachulia was because his whole country literally voted for him for All-Star for 1 year. But I do understand why they took the fan vote down. But like, for example, LaMelo should be in the All-Star game. We just talk about how we want it to be exciting, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I don't want to be that guy, but all NBA matters, right? Because it matters how much money you get paid. It matters. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all know where I'm going with this. All-Star doesn't per se matter in the sense of things. Like, it's cool to make a bunch of All-Stars. It's cool to get, like, for a perfect example. The reason I say All-Star don't mean that much, Kobe and D-Wade and Dirk both had pretty rough last seasons, and they just added them two guys to the game because they knew they were going on retirement tours. You feel me? So All-Star doesn't always mean a whole lot. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy, but since it's kind of a meaningless kind of, not stats, since it's something meaningless, I feel like they should be able to, have a little bit more fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, you feel as if like it should be judged based off talent and stats. Then
I feel like this is the one time I will say. Yeah, this is the one time I will say statistics. I can 1,000% say if you voted somebody into an All-Star team strictly off of what the stat sheet says, I would be 100% okay with it. Versus how well they truly play in the game, I will be 100% okay with it. It's the All-Star game. I want to see half-court lobs. I want to see 1 foot, one-footed 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you would have changed it to that, I'm 1,000% okay with it.
Understood. What you think about Wemby's not in it, right?
I don't think he is. I didn't see his name. I don't think he is. Let me double.
I feel like
no. Wemby's in the All-Star game itself, but he's not playing none of the Rising Star stuff.
I got Wemby winning the MVP. What?
No, I said the All-Star game MVP.
Definitely.
I'm not mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad if he was in the 3-point shootout too.
Nah, I thought they were gonna put him in there. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. My All-Star game MVP is probably a sleeper, but I got Anthony Edwards.
Nah,
I think Ant is gonna lead that team to the victory in this tournament.
I got LeBron.
Oh man, nah, I don't think LeBron gonna get it this year. But hot take, I think LeBron retirement so it might be next season. I think he gonna go crazy next season.
I got LeBron punching on somebody in the All-Star game, like dead serious, straight flushing somebody.
But you already know they're gonna send the lineup out there of LeBron. Team OGs don't have a center, by the way. But
yeah, when Ant went down, it hurt everything.
They're send some kind of lineup out there with LeBron at the 5. They're gonna send a lineup of Steph, KD, Bron, probably Tatum and Brown. Steph, KD, Bron, Tatum, and Brown. Yeah, they're probably gonna send a lineup out there like that and just like start waxing people low key.
Bro, everybody can get a bucket, bro. Everybody can get a bucket.
I'm literally here for it.
Definitely.
I think off names like alone, you have different competition in that. Like it's good for the when you brought the part about change. And they're on one side for so long. Need that every once in a while.
Oh, bro,
you bring me back to you talking about. He was talking about the dunk contest. I'm not gonna lie. I become more and more pro like Ant and Ja and Zion being in dunk contest. Like one day.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm glad that Ja said that he doesn't want to be in the contest because he feels he's not creative enough, instead of getting in there and having some lackluster dunks and disappointing everybody.
Well, the way I see it can't be no worse than you remember dude from the Knicks? Oh nah. if you can do better than that, you can be in dunk contest.
He could have scored high off finger rolls.
Just be honest. You get off the ground. Come on, man.
Man, we've been waiting long enough. I don't know what Ills is. We're gonna transition to talk about what we're really here for. Super Bowl talk. I don't know where Ills is at, but we got Super Bowl talk time, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for going and putting on a clinic in this Super Bowl, man. I didn't
bet with them, but I gotta say, Bird Gang. They showed out.
Oh yeah, they definitely showed out.
Jalen Hurts twin here, man. Where he at, man?
Man, I don't know. Let me call him, man. Hold on. I'm gonna see where he at real quick. Hold on. Let me call him.
Did you see the defense, my guy?
That defense is crazy.
Did you see that line? Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. For you to have people, for you to only rush 4, you can have 7-6 back here. Let's rock out. It's what I'm with, whatever you with. And all those boys come from Georgia. All of them young. Most of everybody coming back next year. Oh my God.
Everybody coming back next year for now. But I don't see a world where they keep this whole team together. I think it's gonna be hard for them to keep this whole team together.
Yeah, as the years go on, yeah. But I mean, like for the next, like the immediate years, they're gonna be together.
For the next 2 years, they're definitely there.
Oh yeah.
What surprised me, and I hate to even bring this up, you remember when they used to say white boys couldn't jump?
Oh man, you finna bring up Cooper and them. Cooper and them been
playing. Oh my God, Cooper, the gene is really him.
I feel like he's starting to wave of white boys. I'm telling you.
I don't think it's gonna be a wave. I hate it because corners that one position, bro.
How many other corners you could say done what he did? He picked off my home.
It's a copycat. My homeboy.
My homeboy.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
See some work. They're gonna try just to see.
We're gonna see. One thing I do want to bring up though, I feel like a lot of people are trying to bring they getting too big. You know how the old folks say you're getting too big for your britches. I feel like everybody's getting too big with their britches in the way they're talking about Patrick Mahomes, and I say this because, people don't realize Brady was 3-2 in his first 5 Super Bowls. I'm not saying he's gonna be greater than Tom Brady or whatever. By no means am I saying it. But y'all are ready to write. Y'all are ready to write them off. You know what I'm saying?
You can't write them off. That's still Patrick Mahomes.
I think people was moving too fast, trying to cry him the GOAT at first, and then now they trying to reverse it, and now I was saying he's not good no more. But
yeah, like come on, y'all.
We can't just put that on him, man, because like I say, he went up against a defense that's fairly good. I don't know if y'all play Madden or whatever, but I hate to even bring the game into real life, bro. That defense is incredible, bro. It's incredible,
they have, but this is why I say this is why they say defense wins championships though, because if he could have got some time to throw, maybe he could have made something happen. But you know what I'm saying? Like they just did what they had to do. That because that second interception that he threw in the game, that interception wasn't even his fault. He had an all-pro tackle in Joe Thuney sitting in his lap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's rare that you see Thuney get manhandled like this. But they had his left tackle sitting in his lap. That's why
the whole game.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I know quarterback is gonna bear a lot of blame, but man, that offensive line play was atrocious that night.
Oh yeah,
heavy is the head that wear the crown. For you to say that that throw was his fault, you could have took the sack. You could have threw it away. That throw was his fault.
I mean, no, but I'm gonna be honest though. We see him get stuff off like that all the time. So he was put like this. He was in the motion as he got hit. So in that situation, it's no take the sack because if you look behind him, the receiver was fairly open. So it's no take the sack in that one.
Both interceptions he threw was
the
because
first one was his fault.
1,000%. Both interceptions he threw. Granted, the O-line played horrible, but you got to keep in mind he's the one throwing the ball. I don't care either way you put it. You're the one throwing the ball. Because if those passes was completed, hold on. If those passes was completed, we're not saying, oh, the O-line held them and did good. We're going to say Patrick Mahomes made a good pass. That's what we're going to say.
No, not all of us. Because if his lineman's still sitting in his line, Joe Burrow played a Super Bowl game and was diming people up, getting his lineman tossed into his lap. And
he didn't play that type of defense, my guy.
Man, he played against Aaron Donald, arguably
the best Aaron
player of
Aaron
all time.
Aaron Donald's good. I'm not saying he's not. But
Aaron Donald sacked him on back-to-back plays to end that Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, that's Aaron Donald. But I'm not saying that. That's one Aaron Donald. Donald. I'm talking about that entire defense.
That defense was really good.
Was on something different. They was on something different that night. I think the whole O-line had some hand grenades before they went out there, to be honest with you. They had to, I don't know what they were doing. They must have been partying down on Bourbon Street, Canal Street, looking for something else, man, because they didn't come there to win no Super Bowl, man. And them boys from the Eagles, they came to win. They came to win. Their whole swagger was different, man. From the beginning of the game, it was a statement to be made, bro. I even went for the Chiefs.
I'm gonna lie, Jalen scared me after that pick, though. I ain't gonna lie, it scared me a little bit.
Like,
man, the Chiefs defense held up fairly well during the first half before they just got wore out from being on the field so much. They could have kept. It would have been a whole lot of a better game. They could have just kept the defense off the field because those blitz packages were getting to Jalen Hurts. And you could see that the blitz packages that they drew up, the same thing they've been doing all playoffs. They had a very, very good game plan, but with the way the time of possession was, bro, being on the field that long ain't helping you at all. Y'all know how crazy it was? Yeah, the Eagles had the possession 37 minutes in that game. The Chiefs had 23 minutes of possession.
All right, with that being said, whose fault is that?
I'm saying it's
they
on the entire
offense. Game and they control the defense.
Yeah, it's on the entire offense. It can't be specifically on Mahomes because you remember the third down play where they could have been on the field too. DeAndre Hopkins drops the ball. Early in the game, another third down play. Travis Kelce drops the ball. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you can blame Patrick Mahomes for a lot of stuff that happened, but you can't blame him for getting sacked 6 times and hit 11 times. No,
you can't. And he was hurt on most of his passes. I'm not saying that, but when it comes down to a situation like that, if they would have established more than 2 runs in the first beginning of the game, you wouldn't have your defense on the field that often. Bro, that's all I'm saying.
They weren't running on that line, though. Their best chance was to pass, and I'm not even trying to be funny. They did what was their best chance to win, which was to pass, and it was working to an extent on the backside. But if you can't get the ball there, it ain't no use in it working on the backside.
Well, you saying on the backside, but how far over here we trying to climb?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they were in them third and short situations and people dropping passes or the pass rush getting there. Like, they were in the situations to keep moving the ball up the field.
They put themselves in bad situations by you only running the ball twice. I don't care what nobody say when they come down.
You gotta have a balance.
First thing about it, you got Pacheco. With Pacheco, you need to use him. when that defense is showing you that they dropping 7 in coverage and only rushing 4 people on the D line, the normal people on the D line, you had hoes to run the ball, but you didn't run that ball.
You're not running against that line play. You're not running against.
You can.
I'm gonna be honest. You keep saying establish run. The times that I saw the Eagles get put on the ropes, even in the playoffs, was against pass-heavy teams. That's why they didn't run the ball all the time. The 2 times that the Eagles could have and probably should have legitimately lost were against the Packers and against the Rams. And both times were where the quarterback play cost them a little bit at the end. Where if your quarterback is having a normal game for him, they probably lose.
But hear me out. Hear me out when I'm saying this. In the Super Bowl, what's going to be made? Adjustments. Why
are we changing our whole game plan though? That's what you're not explaining. Explain to me why are we changing what's been working for us? They're a pass heavy team, and because a lot of teams, and I don't feel the Eagles could have stopped it as well as we think they could have if that pass rush wasn't so great, and the Chiefs didn't shoot themselves in the foot. That front 7 of the Eagles won them this football game.
For you to say why would they change it is because you wouldn't get the result that you got in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. You change it so you won't get that same result.
Hold on. They went down 14-0 mighty quick. I can't keep running the ball when I'm down like that.
Okay. That's the reason why they went down. It's because of the turnovers. That he's getting rushed. Hear me out.
Hold on. In the first quarter, they had 2 drops on 3rd down in the first quarter.
Hear me out. And they only had 2 rushing attempts. Bro. You have to establish something. Stretch your players out. You can come out 5. You come out 4. You do draw plays. Anything to where you don't seem one-dimensional. There was very one-dimensional. You think people don't know how to beat Mahomes? We watched when Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl. They already know how to beat Mahomes. You put pressure on him and you drop people back. And he's going to.
The Chiefs are one of the worst rushing teams in the NFL. I don't understand why you want them to automatically start running the ball now. They were 22nd in rushing yards for the entire season. They were out of the 14 playoff teams we had, they were 12th in rushing yards for the entire playoff. Why do you automatically want them to just switch their whole game plan that has got them to this point just because that's what I'm not understanding.
Now you say switch the whole game plan. I mean, can we agree that all the numbers you just named, but can we agree on one thing that this year's Chiefs team is different than these past years' Chiefs teams? Like when they come down to the nitty gritty, they're just trying to win. They don't care how they win. They don't care what happened. They don't care who it end up in. They just want to win. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt like Pacheco, even if he wasn't averaging the craziest yard per carry or whatever, like I feel like it would provide a certain type of energy that it was lacking, definitely lacking that whole night, and they could use that.
I just don't believe that. I just don't, bro.
All I'm saying, when you make it to the Super Bowl, you do not become one-dimensional. That's all I'm saying.
They've been one-dimensional this whole season, though. This is not.
I'm gonna tell you this. All right, now check the Eagles out. The Eagles. Remember who's the running back that everybody expect to go off in the Super Bowl? Name the running back right now. Saquon, right?
Saquon.
I kind of knew that.
Okay. With that being said, they came out and did one thing. We got to make sure Saquon don't get.
But yeah,
average amount of yards.
They made that adjustment. That was their game plan.
They made that adjustment. And keep in mind, hear me out. Also, while we talking about stats, Kansas City is the worst run defense in the league.
They're not the worst run defense.
Well, if they're not the worst one in the league, they definitely was the worst ones in the playoff.
They weren't the worst. They weren't the worst run defense in the playoffs.
Crazy, man.
They weren't the worst run defense in the playoffs. They were actually towards the top half.
I ain't gonna lie,
the worst run defense in the playoffs. They're Steelers. We had the worst rushing offense.
Man, Steelers only played one game. I'm talking about the people that
outside of teams who played a lot of games. The only teams who the Eagles were 5th. The Ravens were 3rd. That's what I'm saying. The Chiefs were at 7th. So that's what I'm saying. They did what they were supposed to do. But even if we're going into the season, the Eagles are still a top 10 rush defense. So that's what I'm not understanding. Why are we gonna continue to just keep trying to rush and run at you when passing the ball against you was sweet too?
How? If your pass ain't working,
that's what we do best. Why we not do our best? Why we not do what we do best against y'all?
If that was the case, they should have came out on first down and punted the ball. Because that would have looked like it was going on. Because nothing was really working. Nothing was working. The lady up in the stands was poking Patrick Mahomes with the doll and stuff. Wasn't nothing working. Wasn't nothing going on.
I feel like
okay. So let me ask you this, Jerry. Let me ask you this: at what point in that game, or if you Kansas City like you Andy Reid, are you like, okay, we down 10, we down 17, we down 24? Like, okay, well, at what point do we got to make some type of major switch? We gonna try to win?
Like they did that though. They mixed up that wide receiver group a whole lot the entire game. Somebody had to get open.
Bro, before the first half, they didn't make it cross the 50-yard line.
But that's what I'm saying. We literally had one part of the game just kill everything and disrupt everything.
But you see what they were doing though? That was controlling the tempo.
They threw the ball over 90% of the first half, and it got them nowhere. It didn't even get them past the 50.
All right.
So when you come out and say, let's just stick to our bread and butter, guess what? The toast burnt. The toast burnt.
Okay.
Ain't no bread, ain't no butter.
Regardless, what's next for the Eagles and Chiefs? Eagles, I'm gonna be honest, bro. They're gonna have to figure out that passing offense sooner rather than later. They're gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna have to, because I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just being realistic, because we said, what do both teams have to do better? The Eagles have to be able to pass the ball better next year, because the way AJ Brown is talking, he may not be there too much sooner, the way he's talking. So you have to be able to keep this bunch together and get everybody happy and satisfied. You can't have a top. To me, the Eagles, realistically, y'all, the Eagles have probably a top 5 receiving core, maybe even a top 3 receiving core in the league. It's unacceptable for y'all to be 29th in passing offense. So I'm not blaming Jalen Hurts or anything. I know Saquon was doing his thing, but you all have to get more balance, because, and I say this because it was certain moments in that game where, perfect example, AJ Brown had a play where the Chiefs mixed up the blitz a little bit. If they're passing the ball more and more and have that rhythm together, that's a touchdown for AJ Brown. He had the guy beat, and I'm not trying to overpick at Jalen Hurts, but I have to. He was there, so I have to
point out the obvious. Yeah.
I have to point out the obvious. For most other quarterbacks, they're throwing the ball as soon as he come off the line.
Okay,
was his. You read the field from left to right. Am I lying to y'all? Y'all will play ball. You know, quarterback. You read from left to right more than likely.
But some QBs progress a little faster though. Like that little split second might be enough for some players.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all have to get y'all passing offense a little bit more potent, because next season teams are gonna approach y'all differently. That's just football. Everyone is gonna evolve and everything.
All right, I'm about to give you a little analogy. Check this out. If you get a new car and your motor ain't messing up, you ain't trying to fix it. I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But
Keep doing what you're doing.
But you run into that. The reason we don't have teams going back-to-back 2 and 3 years in a row in these Super Bowls and these games is because people adjust and adapt.
Thank you. And I'm glad you said that. That's the same argument I was just saying to you when it came down.
It's year to year. You're not going to change your entire. You're not Polo. You're not. I'm not changing my entire offensive philosophy between quarter 1 and 4. You do realize we got game. Perfect example. I was watching Julian Edelman's podcast, and he had what's that defensive coach name that they had? Patricia. Yeah, Matt Patricia on there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Matt Patricia said for his 1 week game plan, he goes from 600 plays to 60, and they're all situational off of what his defense does best. That is how it is. We don't got the whole playbook here. We got X amount of plays in here that we go to in X amount of situations, and they did that, and some of them worked. we had guys dropping the ball, and others just got disrupted because we got a defensive line full of bohemians out there. So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to change the entire game plan over the 60 minutes of the game. Can you? But what I'm saying for them, Polo, is you need to change the entire thing going into next season.
I don't think so.
I do. Running between the tackles is going to work for you for sure, but you can't. They're going to start stacking the box next year.
Let them stack it.
Oh, they was already stacking it. I ain't gonna lie.
Let them stack it. You see what happened?
The 2 games that the box was stacked and they dang near lost, it was the games where they were able to slow down the rushing attack, but the other quarterback on the other team just couldn't seal the deal.
Okay, one thing about
I remember that game against Commanders. They couldn't put them out. That was more Jaden Daniels. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
And then I look at the Packers game, and I also look at the Rams game. The Packers game was Saquon's worst rushing game in the playoffs. Jordan Love just threw fucking three or 4 interceptions. And even that Rams game, it came down to the wire on that Rams game for him.
Yeah. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying. I see what you see. Stating the
That's
cool. Now, I'm not. It's not an argument about that. But if you just won against almost a team that could have won 3 Super Bowls, you still make it. I don't care how close it is. I don't care if it was a field goal. I'm not gonna fault Hurts. I'm not gonna say they need to change nothing because what they did is what got them there, and they won the Super Bowl.
I understand that.
Hold on, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. We can't say Hurts ain't make no deep pass.
He didn't.
He ain't make no deep pass, no touchdown pass.
He did, but not when it not in the times where it was still a competitive ball game. He did not.
It don't matter.
It does matter. Because the same way y'all said that Patrick Mahomes touchdown in garbage time didn't matter. It didn't matter when the game was already out of it.
I said that Patrick Mahomes touchdown mattered.
It does matter as far as stat wise. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it totally honest here. With him coming out the pocket scrambling, I feel like you limit turnovers in that situation. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in a bad situation to where he did a lot of bonehead things and tried to stretch the field, doing a lot of things. He used his legs. And that's one thing we speak on other quarterbacks doing. Long as you can limit your turnovers, and when your defense playing like that, we don't need you to do much. Your offense came out on fire. Now, could they be better as far as
I was just gonna say that offense was not as on fire.
I'm saying could they be better throwing the ball? Yes, they could be a better passing team, but you asking a running team to change everything that got them there.
I'm not asking them to change everything. I'm asking them to get better at it because if you what is this team gonna do if AJ Brown acts out?
Get another AJ Brown. And
you're not getting another.
I like to salute AJ Brown, Mississippi on. Yeah.
You're not getting a new AJ Brown. And I don't want to be that guy. You're not getting another AJ Brown.
Crazy, man.
They might not get another AJ Brown. But the thing about the Eagles, though, if that front folk come out playing like they was playing that night, they can beat just about anybody. Just
straight up. Everybody. They can beat anybody.
They got the DBs good enough to stay with them just long enough. That's it. Come on now.
But that's all I'm saying. But moving on to another conversation that we were all talking about. All y'all been saying Hurts top 5. I don't see it. And I'm
hold on before you bring it up. You also asked about the other team. You also asked about the Chiefs. Chiefs moving forward. One thing that they need to do is time to clean house.
I don't think it's
time to clean.
Elaborate.
I was like after 14 and 2. Elaborate fast too, because we
defensive wise, it's time to clean house.
I don't think so though. The defense was the one standout point from this whole season. The defense just couldn't stay off the field. Now O-line and offense, I do think you got to overhaul the whole offense.
The reason why I said it's time to clean house because you got people that's old. You got people that's getting older. Like Humphrey, who else? McDuffie. Oh, he looked bad. I'm sorry. He looked bad.
Now I will give you that. I do think they need to actually everybody not named Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy probably got a price tag on their head going into
they need new key pieces to get them further. That's all I'm saying.
Because it's looking like Travis is finna retire too. So yeah, I completely understand that. Like they do need a overhaul for stuff like that. 1,000%. I will give you that. But the defense looked very good when they could stay. The two things you don't do. You don't put your defense with their back against the wall, which we talked about how the Eagles offense got the ball in the Chiefs territory a lot anyway. And two, you can't keep your defense on the field that long. That defense had played great this entire season. And that's what y'all know I talked about, and Rico probably remember I said the Chiefs were, if it was a close game, the Chiefs are the one team that I thought were prepared for any close game this season, just off of how well that their defense played. Now I feel like that defense. I feel like that defense is the one thing. I
agree with you as far as the close game, but that's the same thing we said last show. That only way we see the Eagles win is if it's a blowout.
Yeah.
Now if push comes to shove and the game went a whole totally different way, and the offense of the Chiefs was moving forward, I'll say whoever got the ball last could have won the game. And we usually see the Chiefs defense excel better in close games.
Exactly. But that's how defense is supposed to be, though.
Yeah, and you give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes in a close game, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's like almost, I say 8 out of 10. We see that, but it didn't go that way. So now that we got older people like Chris Jones, we got people that we don't really want to pay. Yes, he is.
Chris Jones,
he's getting up. Come on, my guy.
Chris Jones not that old.
Yes, he is.
I'm sure these sides of the ball feed off that energy, though. You feel me? So like, if one side go out there and get papped out and get slapped in the mouth, and it's only so many times they can happen. Be like, okay, bro, what's going on?
Yeah, Chris Jones is 30. I was like, Chris Jones not that old.
He's how old?
He's 30.
Oh, he's getting there.
Yeah, he's there.
He on. I ain't gonna lie, he on.
They didn't want to give him the money for a reason.
I mean,
he's still producing though.
Moving forward though, because we are running.
Last year it was warranted.
Running short on time. We talked about where Hurts ranks. I still have him as like legitimately quarterback 8 in the league. I feel like it's 7 quarterbacks that are better than him. And I don't know how I'm not ranking quarterbacks for complete team success because it's quarterbacks like Dan Marino and who doesn't have a Super Bowl. And it's quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers who have 1 Super Bowl, or quarterbacks like Drew Brees who have 1 Super Bowl. And it's quarterbacks like Trent Dilfer who have a Super Bowl off of the back of his defense. So that's why I say Super Bowls mean a lot to all-time legacies, but they don't equal skill for skill, arm for arm. And I told you guys earlier, it's 7 quarterbacks who I feel are more skilled than Jalen Hurts. It's real, and I can make an argument for about 10 of them, but it's 7 of them who I'm not arguing with y'all about. I'm not arguing y'all about Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or Justin Herbert. I'm just not.
I don't see why you wouldn't argue when it comes down. You said who else?
I just said these 5. I'm not even entertaining arguments with about these 5 players. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. I'm not arguing with those 5.
Well, just don't argue. Just listen.
Who are you arguing? 3 of these guys are MVP winners. One of them just won the Triple Crown, and another one has been known to lead horrible teams to the playoffs. Who are we arguing?
Yeah, you can't argue with Patrick Mahomes. You can't argue with Lamar, even though I want to make an argument on that, but you really can't.
Please be quiet.
Joe Burrow's great. You can't make.
You cannot argue Josh Allen. You cannot argue Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's nice too. That's why I'm gonna say I put him at 5th right now. I feel like he's a top 5. I feel like it.
Who are you moving out? And I can make an argument for Herbert because if we swap, that's the thing. A lot of these come for if you swap their places. How do they perform?
If was a 5th wheel, I'll be drunk, my guy.
I understand that, but if you're looking at purely arm talent and what they do as a quarterback, the decision making with the ball in their hands and how they perform, it's 7 guys in the league. Where I left out C.J. Stroud and Matt Stafford to give y'all a little bit of a leeway.
You need to,
and no, I don't need to. Because if you put Matt Stafford or C.J. Stroud on that behind that Eagles offensive line, they're throwing for 5,000 yards, and Saquon's still gonna get off.
If that was the case, Saquon wouldn't get off. They'll change their whole offense. That's why you saying. I feel like based off their offensive scheme, Jalen Hurts is the perfect quarterback. You got to keep in mind he done went to two Super Bowls in 3 years. Your favorite quarterback haven't done that. Your favorite quarterback haven't done it. Only one quarterback has done it. Only one quarterback has done it. So no matter what you say,
has been to multiple Super Bowls or has been to the Super Bowl.
I'm talking about been to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. Your top 5. You only got one player out of your top 5 that's done that.
You know what level I put Jalen Hurts at, and I'm not even hating on this guy. He is a game manager, bro, and that's okay. He is just the GOAT of game managers. There's nothing wrong with that.
And Cam Newton broke down game manager, but when it comes down to all-star quarterbacks, straight studs, like my folks in Detroit would say, dun-dun-duns, you only got 3 quarterbacks that's dun-dun-duns. You only got 3 quarterbacks that's straight all-star quarterbacks, bro.
And who are those? I'm hoping you better. You have Lamar, more than 3. You have more than 3, but go ahead.
Lamar, Allen, Mahomes. Other than that, everybody else is a team manager, my guy.
No, everybody else is not a team manager.
Crazy, man.
Joe Burrow is an elite level quarterback.
Joe Burrow is a good quarterback. He's good.
I'm not saying he's not good.
But also his gunslinger mentality put him in some bad situations with him just throwing the ball.
His bad defense puts him in bad situations.
Okay. Late in the game, you throw a pick. It's not Burrow's fault.
Burrow ain't throwing late game interceptions like that. They're in shootouts every week. We watched this. We watched this. Did we not watch the same season?
The margin so small for error, where like he can't make no mistake. A team can't make no mistake for him to have a chance.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the Bengals.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about? There's a lot of teams like that. And you say he throw for somebody to have a passing touchdown to interception ratio of 43-9, it don't look like he threw a whole bunch of them things in them bad moments.
No, he didn't throw. I'm gonna tell you like this: most of his interceptions he threw was in crunch time. That's all I'm gonna say. Most of his interceptions were in crunch time, my guy. Now
let's go look. Now the last game of the season, he threw an interception in the second quarter.
When he played against the Eagles, when he played against Steelers, he threw an interception in crunch time. Most of the time, like we only looking at one thing. Yes, he got the stats. Perfect. He got the stats. He also got it. He also got people around him. That's great. Only person I'm really gonna look at and say the quarterbacks really matter and what they did based off what's around them, I'm gonna say Lamar. Because Lamar ain't really have no wide receivers like talk about.
I mean, Josh Allen didn't either.
Josh Allen didn't either. That's what
Justin Herbert is still struggling.
About Herbert, man.
I'm saying Herbert you keep trying to exclude an elite level quarterback.
He's not that. He's not.
You're literally excluding an elite level quarterback right now. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Justin Hurts is a game manager, bro, and that is fine. But but stop throwing game managers in conversations that they're not in.
I don't care when the name of the game is to win. I don't care what you say. We can't get mad because the Eagles front office put a hell of a team around those guys.
But that's what I'm saying. That is a team stat. That is not a Jalen Hurts stat. That is a team stat. I just watched Jalen Hurts go through the playoffs and only have I think he had one 200-yard performance in the entire playoffs. 1 or 2. That is a stat that's him. That is not a team
guess what?
stat.
Guess what?
I don't want to hear that. You stop giving me teams. You talk
when
about
you
talk about making the Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts suited up at every position this season, didn't he?
Huh?
Jalen Hurts played every position this year, didn't he?
No, not exactly.
But I'm just saying, he the reason they done did all this shit. He's the elite level. He is the one. He done suited up at every single position this year.
Well, that's the same thing you saying about everybody else. I'm saying
that's not what I'm saying. Everybody else goes out here and makes plays for their team to win. They have to make plays for their teams to win. We have watched it week in and week out. I have watched Saquon Barkley put Jalen Hurts next to his nutsack and tiptoe his way to the end zone multiple games on this season to win them a lot of games. He ain't the most valuable player on his own offense. So how can you give me that he's a top 5, top this quarterback in the league? I will give you quarterback position number 7 or 8, and
17,
that's as high as I'm willing to go.
7 Super Bowl, you go 17 for 22, 2 touchdowns, you had an interception. You only been sacked twice, 11 times off the rush. Okay, Kerry.
He didn't have to put a full drive together to the second half.
It don't even matter.
Remember when your defense can give you the ball back at the 30-yard line. Because who else you gonna give it to? You can't give it to the whole defense because that's who should have won it.
How Rogan.
You know what I'm saying?
He almost put up 300 all-purpose yards.
Man, I'm not trying to see this, bro.
He almost put up 300 all-purpose yards, man.
Is not. You watch the game. It is an
eye. He got a rushing touchdown.
You know this.
He got a rushing touchdown. 2 passes.
Off the tush push. They pushed this behind in there too.
Don't matter.
I watched the game. You keep saying what don't matter. Stop moving the bar for other people. If the team stuff don't matter, make it an individual. What is it? Is this an individual thing, or is the top 10 quarterbacks top 10 quarterbacks with the best team? Is this an individual thing, or is this no? Answer that. Are we talking about an individual quarterback for quarterback, or are we talking about the entire team? Let me know.
Individual quarterback for quarterback.
And then he's not even top 10 as far as arm talent. He ain't the most. He probably got the 3rd most arm talent in his own division.
All right. Based off your argument, I'm not gonna say he's top 5. Okay, he's not top 5.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying that.
But at the same time,
I've never tried to argue team success, Polo, because they have one of the most well put together teams. I've never tried to argue team success. Everything I've said about Jalen Hurts is from an individual standpoint and how well you can plug him into anything and be successful. That is how we've always evaluated quarterbacks. I've never seen a system where we didn't evaluate quarterbacks on a level playing field about what they can do with the ball in their hands.
QBR, he was 10 this year. 5 interceptions.
QBR is the most made-up stat I've ever met. By the way.
Yeah, it's a reason why it's a stat though. 18.
QBR doesn't mean that much.
18 touchdowns.
Okay, if you go 18 to 5 interceptions, right? I saw that.
Yeah. He almost got 100 off 97 off of 3,000 this year. At which when you got mostly runs, what does legs do this year? Since we look at people like Lamar and Jalen when it come down to their legs.
I didn't bring up Lamar's running into it because I didn't bring up
running into it. You have to now because the name of the game is different. You don't really have too many pocket quarterbacks.
Okay, but then it's 4 or 5 quarterbacks who run better than him. I didn't bring up rushing. I'm trying to bring up strictly arm stuff because that's how they want to gauge a quarterback off how he can throw the ball. He's maybe rusher number 5 or 6 as far as quarterback rushers.
This year he got 630 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns. Yeah, he looked nice, bro. All together, he looked nice, bro.
He does not. 8 as my quarterback. You're throwing 8 with the receiving core that you got. You only giving me 2,900 yards and 18 touchdowns.
If it ain't broke.
He might not even be a top 5 rushing quarterback. We bringing up rushing stuff. I'm looking at 6 that rush better than him right now.
More touchdowns?
Huh?
Name those 6 you talking about.
Lamar, Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, Anthony Richardson. Jesus Christ, I couldn't get that name out. And Caleb Williams.
And I'm about to stop you there because you said it yourself. The best ability is availability. And having a list ain't never.
Bro, what are you talking about? I think what most of them played. Anthony Richardson is the one person who I'll give you. Anthony Richardson still finished top 6 in rushing yards for QBs, by the way, while being hurt some of the year. Shoot, all the rest of the guys I named played more games than Jalen Hurts. Anthony Richardson played 11 games. Caleb Williams played 17. Allen, Murray, Jaden, and Lamar all played 17 games.
So my thing is, look at somebody like Kyler's history. You telling me he has a relatively healthy history?
Oh.
I mean, for this one season, he was healthy, though. We got to go off the season that's in front of us.
I mean, I get you saying that, but I mean, it does play a role, though. That's all I'm saying.
There's an all-around. As an all-around, like one thing we know about when it come down to, football, they say the quarterback is the most,
valuable
that's
position,
that's
the most
most
important
valuable position. You know what I'm saying? And already, you have to.
I don't think it's the most important position no more. But continue.
I think it is. Also, you have to get to a point so you got to realize that man's a natural leader, man. He's a leader, and just not what he's doing on the field. Mm-hmm. The way he handling everything off the field.
You see how y'all keep bringing up every stat except for how he can actually throw the ball?
I'm not saying nothing about that. I agree with you on that. But
I was gonna say he's a great player
that's gonna win. If I got to a point to where it's my team and I want to pick somebody, I'm gonna pick somebody that's gonna win. Hard work beat talent any day. That's all I'm saying. That's the end of my argument. He might not be top 5. It's cool, but a lot of those top 5 people haven't been in those 3 Super Bowls in 2 years. I mean, 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Yeah, but we got some guys. We got some guys who are outside of the top 10 that have been 2 Super Bowls. So let's stop acting like getting to a Super Bowl is an individual stat. Brock Purdy has been to a Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo has been to a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco has won a Super Bowl. Colin Kaepernick has been to a Super Bowl. I'm talking about
they're on the verge of a dynasty, my guy.
They're not on the verge of a dynasty. They're not. They've won 1 Super Bowl. They won 2 Super Bowls in 9 years. They're not on the verge of a dynasty.
You talking about the Eagles?
Yeah, the Chiefs are the only team on the verge of a dynasty because they've won 3 out of the last 5.
I feel like they is based off the young talent.
I'm sorry, they've won 3 out of the last 6. The Chiefs are the closest thing we're going to get to a dynasty, brother.
The only reason I'm going to make that an argument based off the young talent that they got and moving forward with a lot of people that's returning, I think they could be on the verge of a dynasty based off all the key players and key pieces that they got that they're keeping. They still got money. They're still going to have money. They're not going to have to spend no big money no time soon.
They're going to have to spend big money within the next year or 2. A lot of those Georgia guys got drafted in 2022.
Yep.
So they're fixing to have to spend money next year. So that's the hardest thing is keeping teams together. And you got to think about it, Polo. We've won a Super Bowl, but Super Bowl don't put food in my kid's mouth. So you know how many of these teams get broke up because of stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. It's not to devalue what they've done. They did a great job, but dynasty is a stretch because it's hard. And they bring this up all the time. It is hard to build a dynasty with a quarterback that's not on a rookie contract. That's so hard to do because quarterbacks require so much money. Jalen Hurts' contract really kicks in next year, so it's going to cut more of the cap. And I'm not saying that he didn't deserve the contract because, yes, he did. He earned that contract because, like you said, now when it comes to the contract, being a leader of men, being able to handle locker room pressure, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff comes into play then. But that is going to be the hardest thing for them is going to be keeping this team together.
I don't think it will. I think
it is. Polo, the love of the game not gonna make me no money. Some of these guys is gonna get out of there when that contract get to talking the right amount of numbers. And if I don't won 1 Super Bowl, you a fool if you think I'm finna try and win 6 of them and turn down hundreds of millions of dollars. You are a fool.
Only reason I said that based off dynasty is for if you got a team that then went. I'm not just saying what you won. You got a team that then went to the Super Bowl twice in the last 3 years, bro. You're on the verge of a dynasty. That's the reason. The reason why I said that is because, yes, within 1 year, 2 years, they're gonna have to do some more contract work there. Okay, that's honest. But for you, if they end up going to another Super Bowl within the next 2 years, we got to give it to them. I'm sorry.
That's not a dynasty, though. Going to the Super Bowl and not winning isn't a dynasty, brother.
I think in terms of the NFC, that would be a dynasty, but I don't think nobody plays to just be a dynasty one-sided, on one side of the spectrum. Dallas dynasty through the lead. I don't think
Dallas
yet.
What are you talking about? Dallas went to the Super Bowl 6 times in the 90s and won.
I ain't talking about back then. I'm talking about now. Dallas win 2 games right now. They said they going.
I mean, because that's just fandom.
That's
literally just fandom.
That's people hearts.
I'm a Packers fan. I think we're gonna go every year. Like that's just fandom.
Oh yeah, I think Auburn gonna win it every year.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's just
you think who gonna win it every year?
Bro, I got Auburn all over this room, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're a fan of that team. You're gonna. I would hope you think your team
basketball or football.
All of the above.
I like you, Rico. It was something I like about you, gang. It's something I like about you.
I ride my team now, but I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, like we all Auburn fans. We think they're gonna win every year. I hope they do.
For sure, for sure. Especially when it comes to college, for sure. Basketball,
but that's what I'm saying. The close thing we got to dynasty is the Chiefs making 5 Super Bowls in the last 6 and winning 3 of them.
That look nice. Yeah. That look nice. If they win another Super Bowl within the next 2 years, if they go to another Super Bowl, I feel as if we can speak on them being the version of a dynasty. That's all I'm saying.
It's a dynasty now. They won 3. They've won 3.
I ain't talking about the Chiefs. No, the Chiefs is. I'm talking about
Philly's got to win more than 2 Super Bowls, though, bro.
I said we can speak on them being on the verge of it. Going to another Super Bowl, winning it.
Oh, yeah, because then they will be going for a 3-peat. And, yeah, that's different. Yeah, like that's a totally different thing.
In the next 2 years, let's say one of the years they go to NFC Championship, another year they go to Super Bowl. I want to chalk it up. No lie.
That's all I'm saying.
You talking NFC standards, I mean, who else really banging with them? I mean, the 49ers. I mean, what? I mean, I think they were just injured this year, but still, though, I think the league kind of starting to.
You still got the what the Lions at? What the Lions at?
Lions injured too. That was pretty injured.
Lions had 18 guys on IR.
Yeah. Lions was in a bad predicament. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we got to say, injuries play a part of the game.
And the Lions might not be able to be back because half of their coaching staff is gone now. OC and DC are both gone.
Yeah, what they did is nice this year. Yeah. I like it.
And we're going to bring this up as we get later into the offseason talks about football. But, man, I feel like they got to change some of these rules. I think you shouldn't be allowed to start head coaching searches until the entire season is over with. I don't think you should be able to interview them as soon as they're out of the playoff. Because you can't convince me that Ben Johnson didn't know he was going to be coaching the Chicago Bears.
It takes in the whole season, man.
You can't convince me that.
That's they being there though. Come on now.
But it's illegal. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, yeah.
I don't blame him. Hey,
you know how it go, bro.
If you get first dibs on something, you better grab it. Because guess what they say? Price is going up. The price going up.
Today's price. Come on now.
Yeah. But
yesterday's price
we'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. Y'all showing up with us and showing out, man. We like to thank Polo, my boy Rico, man. And closing words, Polo, what you got?
LeBron James. Auburn too, man. We got to look out for that game that's coming up. Auburn versus Alabama. First time 2 SEC teams is going to be 1 and 2 playing against each other.
Rico, what you got?
Bro, Jared, you remember not too long ago, I was telling you, I was asking you, do you see how much of the SEC is filling out the
top? Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Takeover is crazy. They've been low key resurging, but they back now.
Football or basketball or both?
Well, football been there. I'm talking about basketball. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, final words from me. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Great show as always. Shout out to everybody, man. Keep your best foot forward. Keep your stick on the ice, and that's it, baby. I'm your host of the lounge, Mr. J, and we're going to holler at y'all later.